it's definitely systemic. You see that in the United States you start with slavery, and then you start with the Jim Crow era, and then you see now today, and then you see how we treat immigrants and how we've always treated immigrants. It's something that's been a cycle. And although we do know about it in the United States, people in government that need to know about these stories and how it's affecting the lives of not only them and their pockets, but it's also affecting Kiwis' lives.
All right.
And go back to what you said, basically, I think they know about it and they can recognize it and understand that it's going on. I think a lot of them just don't care. They don't care enough to actually try to either stop it from happening, or it's getting them so much more profit that they just don't want it to stop happening, so they just completely ignore it.
Very good. All right. Oh, David.
I just want to say something real quick. So, no, it's fine.
Right.
So, I'm going to give you a prime example of how we're learning these things, and this information will be nothing to us. This, right now, because we're learning about this topic. Yeah, we're in our feelings, quote unquote, and saying how, yeah, this is bad, this is a tragedy, that people should learn from this, but we're taking this information in and we're not going to do anything with it. I mean, I'm speaking on behalf of me.
Yeah.
I can't speak for everybody else, but I can tell you majority of the people learning this now aren't going to do anything with it. They're not going to go home and start trying to make a difference by saying, oh, we shouldn't do this anymore, or this isn't bad, I mean, this isn't good. We're just taking this information and just leaving it in the dust, and just how America and the rest of the world has done throughout history. As history has repeated itself multiple times, it's repeating itself now. People think low on other people when we're basically equals. Immigrants are seen as just another excuse for news. Like, now that the caravans, especially from Honduras, are going to the Mexican border looking for a better life, people now are just saying, oh, this is a perfect way to spread news and get coverage on it, but they're not caring about what the actual people are feeling or what they're thinking. They just want the attention for themselves. And all of this happening is being repeated and repeated and repeated, and we can keep telling ourselves, yeah, this is bad, we're going to change this by moving on in the future and helping the people out and blah, blah, blah. Like, let me give you an example. There's a song by Michael Jackson a while ago that raised over $1 million to support people in Africa. They're still poor now. They're still dying. Their kids are being born just to work and die. Nothing has changed. No matter how much you put your mind on it, it won't change. History will never change. It'll always be repeated. No matter how much you try to deny it or delay it, it'll always be the same.
My job is, what can you do about it? Right now you feel like nothing, right?
There's nothing.
All right.
That's my opinion.
All right. So my job to earn my salary is somehow, and not in a BS way, to say, there's a little something I can do. There's a little something I can do, and only I can do that. That's what you're saying. I'm not saying me, I'm saying you. You're saying only I can do that. And it might be a business you start. And then say you start a business, and a Haitian guy comes to your door to work, young guy, immigrant, and you go, damn, I remember reading that book back in high school. And then something in your head says, I'm gonna give this guy a job. You just changed like a whole chain of people by giving that guy stuff, instead of sending that guy on the street saying, I don't hire Haitian people. You say, because you change, that's a little drop, but that's something. So, I'm sorry, there's a lot of people. Go for it.
Okay.
And then I'll go for you. I'm sorry, Nick.
Back to this whole people looking for a better life and stuff. There is a movie called Bird Box. Probably everybody has watched it.
I heard it.
The lady is going to look she wants the best for her kids, just like all immigrants want what's best for their kids. You never know when you're gonna find food. You never know when you're gonna find somewhere safe to be. You never know if you're gonna make it to that place. Many of them die, just like in the real world. people die not knowing if they're gonna make it to the other side. They just want, everybody's just looking for a better life, and it's not all about criticizing that we want to do bad things to here. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Let me get Nate, as Nathan, and, yeah.
So, the question that he brings up, that he is talking about, this tragicness, this what he's addressing is why does this happen? The repeating of history, the so on and so forth. And we could talk about that for a long time, but what's important right now is that where we are in history is different in a very dangerous manner. Right now, we possess the capabilities to wipe out all of our existence, all of our history, all of our evolution, all of our past, just by not doing anything. If we continue doing what we are doing right now, we will die. And we will die sooner than this planet will die. We will die sooner than the star that fuels this solar system will die. And we will die before we have seen even another planet or set foot somewhere that is not the moon or Earth. Right now, our president, Donald Trump, and I will speak very candidly because we don't have a lot of time, is trying to build a wall for, he wants $5.7 billion. You wanna know how much money it would take to put a settlement on the moon? $10 billion. He wants to build a wall for $5.7 billion. It will do nothing. It will sit there and grow moss and vines and whatever grows on the wall will grow there. And people will still die and still suffer, and immigrants will still come because they need to and they have to. And drugs will still come to this country because drugs will always come to this country for as long as people will buy them. Not for as long as there are drug dealers, because there will always be drug dealers as long as there are people who will buy them. And we sit here and we wait and we do nothing. And I am a hypocrite because I seem kind and motivated, but I would rather wait and watch and do nothing. But this is the generation where it has to change because we're going to die otherwise. We are going to die if we do not change. And that's what we hope doesn't happen.
Nathan, I have a lot of faith in your generation, and I have a lot of faith in the people in this class. All right. Thank you very much. You did a great job.